Welcome to Astronomy Daily, your go-to source for the latest and most exciting space and astronomy news. I'm your host, Anna, and I'm thrilled to bring you today's cosmic update. In this episode, we've got a packed lineup of fascinating stories from the world of space exploration and discovery. We'll dive into the recent return of a SpaceX Crew Dragon mission and an unexpected medical situation that followed. Then we'll explore some intriguing developments in the commercial space sector, including potential changes at Boeing's space division. We'll also take a closer look at SpaceX's Starship program and a nail-biting moment during its latest test flight. Plus, we'll discuss the progress of AST SpaceMobile's ambitious direct-to-smartphone satellite project. And to wrap things up, we have an incredible story about a piece of space history that just made auction headlines. So buckle up and get ready for an exciting journey through the cosmos. Let's kick things off today with some not-so-good news for one of NASA's astronauts who returned to Earth yesterday. An unnamed NASA astronaut faced an unspecified medical issue shortly after returning to Earth from a nearly 8-month mission aboard the International Space Station. The incident occurred following the splashdown of SpaceX's Crew Dragon capsule off the coast of Florida. The crew, consisting of U.S. astronauts Matthew Dominic, Michael Barrett, and Jeanette Epps, along with Russian cosmonaut Alexander Grabenkin, had just completed a record-breaking 235-day stay in orbit. This mission marked the longest duration for SpaceX's reusable Crew Dragon spacecraft to date. The splashdown took place at 3:29 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday, with the crew safely touching down in the Gulf of Mexico. However, shortly after their return, one of the NASA astronauts, whose identity has not been disclosed for privacy reasons, required medical attention. NASA initially reported that the entire crew was transported to a medical center for evaluation as a precautionary measure. Later, it was clarified that only one astronaut was experiencing issues and had been flown to Ascension Sacred Heart Pensacola Hospital near the splashdown site. The space agency has stated that the astronaut in question is in stable condition and under observation. The nature of the medical issue has not been revealed, and NASA has emphasized that it will not share further details about the astronaut's condition. Interestingly, the Russian space agency Roscosmos posted a photo of cosmonaut Alexander Grabenkin standing upright and smiling, with a caption indicating that he was feeling great after the mission and splashdown. It's worth noting that the crew's return had been delayed for several weeks due to 2 hurricanes that swept through the U.S. southeast, affecting the expected splashdown zones for the Crew Dragon capsule. This mission not only set a new record for SpaceX, but also highlighted the company's growing role in NASA's space operations. SpaceX has now completed 44 flights to the ISS and remains the sole U.S. option for NASA astronaut transportation to and from the orbiting laboratory. Next up today, in a surprising turn of events, aerospace giant Boeing is reportedly considering selling off parts of its space business. This potential move includes the troubled Starliner spacecraft program, which has faced numerous setbacks and delays over the years. According to sources familiar with the matter, Boeing is exploring options for its NASA-related operations, including the Starliner and support for the International Space Station. However, it's worth noting that the company's work on NASA's Space Launch System rocket is not part of the potential sale. This news comes as Boeing grapples with ongoing challenges and significant cost overruns in its space division. The Starliner program alone has experienced more than $1.8 billion in private cost overruns, largely due to development delays and technical problems. The aerospace industry has been watching Boeing's space endeavors closely, particularly as rival SpaceX has made significant strides in both crewed and uncrewed spaceflight. With 2 NASA astronauts still aboard the International Space Station awaiting their return via a SpaceX craft, the contrast between the 2 companies' progress is stark. Boeing's potential divestment from parts of its space business signals a shift in strategy for the company, which has been a key player in space exploration for decades. As the commercial space industry continues to evolve rapidly, it seems Boeing may be reassessing its role and focus in this competitive landscape. Moving on. In a surprising revelation, it turns out SpaceX's Super Heavy booster came dangerously close to aborting its groundbreaking catch landing during the recent Starship test flight. This near miss highlights the razor-thin margins and intense pressure under which SpaceX operates as it pushes the boundaries of space technology. According to audio accidentally leaked by Elon Musk himself, the booster was just 1 second away from triggering an abort sequence. This would have resulted in the rocket attempting to crash land next to the launch tower instead of executing its planned catch maneuver. The issue stemmed from a misconfigured parameter related to the Raptor engine's spin pressure. This glitch almost tripped an abort criterion, which would have erroneously told an otherwise healthy rocket to abandon its landing attempt. What's particularly concerning is that SpaceX had implemented numerous new abort and commit criteria for this flight. While the team had tried to double-check these thoroughly, it seems their concerns were well-founded, as one of these new parameters nearly caused a major problem. The incident underscores the immense complexity involved in developing and testing new space technologies. Each flight brings with it a multitude of variables and potential failure points that must be meticulously managed and monitored. It's a stark reminder of the risks inherent in pushing the envelope of what's possible in space exploration. SpaceX's aggressive development pace, while impressive, also means they're often working on the knife's edge of success and failure. As SpaceX prepares for its next Starship test flight, they're focusing on reducing risks associated with the booster while still maintaining a rapid development schedule. It's a delicate balancing act between speed and safety, one that will continue to define the company's approach to innovation in the space industry. By the way, we've posted a new look at the catch on our TikTok page today, this one showing the catch from the tower perspective. Just search for Astro Daily Pod to see it. In an exciting development for space-based communication, AST SpaceMobile has reached a significant milestone. The company recently announced the successful unfolding of its first 5 production satellites, a crucial step in building their direct-to-smartphone broadband constellation. These Block 1 Bluebird satellites are impressive in size, each spanning about 64 square meters when fully deployed. To put that into perspective, they boast the largest solar array commercially deployed in low Earth orbit, matching the size of AST SpaceMobile's earlier Blue Walker 3 prototype. The company is now conducting thorough in-orbit health checks to ensure the satellites are ready for operations. However, before they can begin service in the United States, AST SpaceMobile needs to clear some regulatory hurdles. They're currently awaiting approval to test services using wireless frequencies from their telco partners, AT&T and Verizon. It's worth noting that AST SpaceMobile isn't alone in this race to provide direct-to-smartphone services from space. Competitors like SpaceX and Link Global are also vying for a piece of this emerging market. All these companies are awaiting the green light from the Federal Communications Commission to offer commercial services in the U.S. Looking ahead, AST SpaceMobile has ambitious plans. While these 5 satellites can provide intermittent connectivity in the U.S., the company aims to deploy between 45 to 60 satellites for continuous text, voice, and data services. They're also working on more advanced Block 2 Bluebirds, set to launch next year, which will offer 10 times the capacity of the current models. This development marks a significant step forward in bridging the global digital divide, potentially bringing reliable communication to areas previously out of reach of traditional cellular networks. Now let's turn our attention to a piece of space history that's making waves in the auction world. A Rolex GMT Master Chronometer, worn by Apollo 14 astronaut Edgar Mitchell during the historic 1971 moon mission, has just sold for an astronomical $2.2 million at auction. This sale has set a new record, making it the most expensive astronaut timepiece ever sold. The watch, which accompanied Mitchell on his journey to the moon, attracted intense interest from both space memorabilia collectors and watch enthusiasts alike. It's not just a timepiece, it's a tangible connection to one of humanity's greatest achievements. What makes this Rolex so special? Well, it's one of only 2 known moon-flown Rolexes to have been sold publicly. The watch bears the marks of its extraordinary journey, with light scratches and wear that tell the story of its time in space. Interestingly, NASA officially issued Omega Speedmaster watches to Apollo astronauts, but some, like Mitchell, chose to bring personal timepieces as well. This Rolex was Mitchell's personal choice, a testament to the trust he placed in its reliability for such a crucial mission. The watch's caseback is engraved with a touching personal message from Mitchell to his daughter, adding a human element to this piece of space exploration history. This record-breaking sale underscores the enduring fascination with space exploration and the value placed on items that have made the journey beyond our planet. It's a reminder of the risks taken and the technological marvels that made the Apollo missions possible. And that brings us to the end of today's episode of Astronomy Daily. I'm your host, Anna, and I hope you've enjoyed this cosmic journey through the latest space and astronomy news. If you're hungry for more stellar content, I've got great news for you. Head over to our website at astronomydaily.io, where you can dive deeper into the universe of space exploration. There, you can sign up for our free daily newsletter to stay up to date with all the latest developments. But that's not all. Our website features a constantly updating newsfeed, so you'll never miss a beat in the world of astronomy. And if you're looking for some great deals, check out the offers from our sponsors. Want to catch up on previous episodes? You can listen to all our back episodes right on the website too. Don't forget to connect with us on social media. You can find us as Astro Daily Pod on Facebook, X, YouTube, Tumblr, and TikTok. Give us a follow and join the conversation about the wonders of space. Thanks for tuning into Astronomy Daily. Until next time, keep looking up and stay curious about the cosmos.